On the eastern knob of Britain are Lend-Lease airfields of the 8th, where every day the forts and libs line up nose to tail for the attack, and every day rise thundering into British skies to form quickly and wing east with no waste of precious gas. These are the heavies of the 8th, heavy with bombs, and heavy with immense responsibilities to America, to Britain, to Russia, and to China. But each day also on other airfields in England, the twin-engine Marauders of the 8th get ready for their special part in the 8th Air Force's relentless pasting of Nazi Germany. It's these babies' job to flush out Goering's Luftwaffe by rocking Nazi airfields into rubble, day after day, week after week. The same way a smart fighter uses a left jab to open up the other guy for the knockout punch, up and down the enemy coastline the hawk-like Marauders range, blasting Hitler's military installations. They're softening up the enemy's defenses to give our heavies smoother sailing on their way to today's target, followed by the heavies of the RAF tonight. From still other British airfields come the swarming fighters of the 8th, thunderbolts with bigger belly tanks, scrappy lightnings, shock troops of the sky, to protect the heavy artillery of forts and libs as they punch into Germany once more, to KO another cog in the fascists' bleeding string of war plans. The air battle, and battle it is, may begin as the bomber fleet crosses the enemy coast, and will last for 3 hours or more of hammering hell. All the way into the target and all the way out in relays, the fierce little wasps of the fighter command hang and buzz over the lumbering bomber armada, giving hell to the Nazi interceptors with better than a 4-to-1 ratio of victories. And wherever the bombers of the 8th have fighters beside them, not one of the Nazis' so-called secret weapons can keep the forts and libs from doing exactly what they set out to do. Remember one thing about this Battle of Germany. These are no longer just air raids, wreaking destruction on the scale of sabotage. Fascist Europe today is besieged by bombers. By day, the 8th Air Force is destroying Germany. By night, the RAF is destroying Germany. Hamburg, Essen, Cologne, Marienburg, Stettin, Kiel, Bremen, Düsseldorf, Schweinfurt, Berlin. This will not stop. Nothing Germany can do will stop this warfare of destruction which Germany began. From the judgment and courage of some boy crouched over his bomb site, on him alone is now focused all the work of hundreds of thousands of men and women who built this bomber and the fighters beyond his wing. heavies go down in flames with their crews, and the fighters go down and they don't come back. Sometimes the guts and stubborn skill of a flyer in his cockpit fighting the controls of his ship will save a fort, apparently in defiance of every principle that keeps a plane aloft. They've slugged their way back with 3 engines gone, or with tails and wings blasted to shreds, or control cables shot out, fighting off the Nazis, who love to spot the cripples in their run home and gang up on them. But the demand for cool courage and leather nerve doesn't stop with the sight of the British coast. Gas is always low those last few miles, and the damaged planes must be down. As one by one, the heavies come in from today's mission, another 8th Air Force chapter has been written in the history of the Battle of Germany. Men of the 8th have died today. Many more have been wounded. And in the 8th, hundreds of Purple Hearts already wear the oak leaf cluster. But this man's sacrifice has a meaning, and so does his. Together with the combat team of their fort, together with their group and wing and division, they've left a trail of smoking, broken war plants across the face of Germany. And because of them, countless thousands of American and British infantrymen and engineers and artillerymen will not have to die in the invasion of a Germany already crippled by destruction from the air. That's the story of the 8th U.S. Air Force. Tomorrow, when the sun comes up, they'll go again into the wide blue yonder. Target, Germany.